husband or partner not understand your struggle with Graves' disease? Mine does. He's a psychologist, and in this video, he's going to speak directly to your partner to give them his top 4 tips that will help them help you. So stay tuned.
I understand how scary this can be. You kind of have someone with you that at times you don't recognize. You don't understand why they're acting the way that you act. I just want to reassure you that with proper treatment, working together, this can get better. You can get a great relationship back. You can have a better marriage than you had before because it's based on deeper understanding, deeper love. So my wife has struggled with Graves' disease for 20 years. I remember back when she first struggled with it, her hands were shaky, her eyes were bulgy, she was pushy sometimes, she would have these bouts of fatigue, and I just want to reassure everyone, she is now hotter, sassier, more wonderful, gorgeous. Yes, she is behind the camera. More gorgeous, great energy. It can really get better. Tip number 1, listen and believe. It's really important that you believe your wife when she tells you how tired, how fatigued she is, how edgy she is. One of the biggest complaints from women who struggle with thyroid problems is that their husband doesn't believe them. So it's really important to understand that you may not know what's going on, but when she tells you what she's experiencing, please believe her, take it seriously, help encourage her to get in to see the doctor. I wish I had done that a little earlier. I didn't know what was going on. Tip number 2, do not take it personally. Sometimes when your wife is struggling with Graves' disease, it can really make their emotions out of control. Sometimes, not all the time. So they might say something mean, they might say something cutting. Often it's very transitory, it doesn't last long, but it's not personal. It's really, I like to think of it as it's the thyroid talking, not them. And it's really important to continue to support them, give them some feedback. A lot of times Graves sufferers are also very emotional and can be tearful. I know that was a big struggle for my wife, who was wonderful, but some things, sometimes relatively small things in my eyes, would really get her sad, tearful, overreactive. And sometimes she'd interpersonally overreact to other folks, get sad or mad, not necessarily at me, but at friends and family. So it's really important to not take that kind of stuff personally. Tip number 3, be reassuring. Graves' disease is scary. So they can't control their emotions. They can't control their energy level. They can't control their concentration or the mental fog that they're experiencing. They don't know if they're going to be okay. So it doesn't help if they're also stressed out about their relationship. So please be sure to be reassuring. Tell them things will be okay. Tell them that you're not going to leave them. Tell them that you're there for them. Yeah, I remember when she came down with Graves' disease really bad, kind of before we knew exactly what it was. She was so wiped out, I had to drive her different places. She was a sports writer, so I had to be her personal chauffeur, which I was happy to do, to these sporting events, but she would just be almost passed out in the car, hard to even walk, to go interview people.
Tell how bad I looked when I had my thyroid.
Oh. When she was struggling, especially after she had her thyroid ablated, she gained 40 pounds. I didn't see her as fat at the time, but now I look at pictures, yikes. You know, guys, you think me being a psychologist, I would know all about Graves' disease, all about thyroid disorders. I kind of knew just through my training that thyroid could impact depression. I kind of had some history of knowing that, but it's kind of embarrassing for me to admit that I had to do a lot of reading. I didn't have a good appreciation for how much the thyroid really controls functioning throughout the whole body. It was a surprise to me, and I should have known better. I had to hit books, I had to read what was on the internet, and mainly I listened to my wife because she's really a good researcher. So she was helping tell me not just about her experiences, but also about how it worked. So please I should have known something, I should have known much more than I did. Please get out there and educate yourself, research. One of the things that's been so wonderful, because we've been married 30 years, is she's done all this wonderful hard work to get back, but she looks better, she looks hotter, she looks cuter, she acts more fun even than she's ever acted. And so I just want to reassure all of you that you can do it. You can get back. You can get your wife back. You can get your marriage back. You can have fun again. You can do the things that you want to do.
Here we are.
Here we go.
Look how cozy it is.
Have faith. Stick with it. Support. You can make it. You can get back.
She will love you for it.
Oh, she'll love you for it. Please remember that this information is not a replacement for going to your physician, to your doctor to check out your thyroid problems, and it's not a replacement for seeing a psychologist. So please go to them if you need. Thanks.